Have you ever felt like you were in the right place at the right time, but for a terrifying reason? That's the heart of the story of Esther, a young Jewish woman who became a queen and saved her people from total destruction. It's a tale of hidden identity, court intrigue, and incredible courage. The story begins in ancient Persia, ruled by the powerful king Ahasuerus. After he banishes his queen, a search for her replacement begins. Among the young women brought to the palace is a beautiful Jewish orphan named Hadassah, who goes by the Persian name Esther. She's been raised by her cousin Mordecai, who warns her to keep her Jewish identity a secret. Esther's beauty and grace win the king's favor, and she is crowned the new Queen of Persia. She's living a life she could have never imagined, but a dark cloud is gathering on the horizon. Enter Haman, a high-ranking official in the king's court. He's arrogant, power-hungry, and demands that everyone bow down to him. But Mordecai, being a devout Jew, refuses to bow to any man, only to God. This infuriates Haman. Consumed by rage and prejudice, he doesn't just target Mordecai. He plots to annihilate all the Jews in the Persian Empire. He manipulates the king, claiming the Jews are a threat, and gets Ahasuerus to sign a decree ordering their extermination on a specific day. When Mordecai learns of this horrifying plot, he sends a message to Esther. He tells her that she must go to the king and plead for her people. But this was a death sentence. No one, not even the queen, could approach the king uninvited. The penalty was death unless the king extended his golden scepter. Esther is terrified. She tells Mordecai, "If I go to the king without being called, I will be put to death." This is the turning point of the story. Mordecai's response is one of the most powerful lines in the entire narrative. He tells her, "Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" Those words change everything. Esther realizes her position isn't just about privilege, it's about purpose. She makes a decision. She tells Mordecai to gather all the Jews and fast for her for 3 days, and she and her maids will do the same. Then, she says, "I will go to the king, even though it is against the law, and if I perish, I perish." It's a moment of pure, selfless bravery. She's willing to risk everything. After 3 days of fasting and prayer, Esther puts on her royal robes and stands in the inner court of the king's palace. The king sees her, and instead of anger, he is pleased and holds out his golden scepter. He asks her what she wants, offering her up to half his kingdom. But Esther is wise. She doesn't blurt out her request. Instead, she invites the king and Haman to a banquet, and then to a second banquet. She's building suspense, choosing the perfect moment. At the second banquet, with Haman present, the king again asks Esther what she desires. This time she reveals her identity and Haman's wicked plan. She says, "If I have found favor with you, your majesty, and if it pleases you, grant me my life, this is my petition. And spare my people, this is my request, for I and my people have been sold to be destroyed, killed, and annihilated." The king is shocked and enraged. When he finds out Haman is the one behind the plot, his fury is absolute. The tables turn dramatically. Haman, who had built a gallows to hang Mordecai, is instead hanged on the very gallows he prepared. The king then gives Esther the power to write a new decree, one that allows the Jews to defend themselves against their enemies. When the day of the planned attack arrives, the Jews are prepared and they triumph over their foes. Esther's story is a powerful reminder that one person's courage can change the course of history. She used her position, her wisdom, and her faith to stand up against injustice, even at the risk of her own life. It teaches us that we might be placed in certain situations for a reason, for a time just like this. Thanks for watching. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories of courage and faith. See you next time.